friends, good morning. It's been a while. I hate that I had to put YouTube on the burner for a bit. I really do. I do have some videos put together that I need to get posted. I have been so ignorant busy between the shop, work, home life, what we've had going on in our home life, and just a quick update video, right? So about 2 weeks ago, I lost my little guy. We lost Chico. He passed away. My little Chihuahua. Broke my heart. He was my little buddy. He loved to cuddle. He was always in my lap. Changing gears real quick here, and then we'll shift back. Top of the morning to you. Cheers. Chico was my little buddy. So I'm sad because, well, a lot of reasons, obviously, right? He was my bud. We have 5 other dogs. And I love all my dogs, right? They're all my pals, but Chico was my little buddy. He was your typical dog. He was waiting by the door when you came home from work, tail wagging, happy to see you. You sit down in your favorite spot on the couch or the recliner, and he'd be right there in your lap, snuggling with you. He loved to snuggle. My other dogs don't. I've got another small dog. I've got a teddy bear. His name is Squirt, and he does not like to snuggle. He just does his own thing. You can pull him up in your lap, and he'll sit there, and you can love on him for all of about 5 minutes, and then it's over. He's over it. He's done with it. Then I have my 3 pit bulls, Nyla, Maui, and Chaos, and they're sweethearts. They're lovers, but I don't know. With my wife, they're snugglers because they're more her dogs, I guess, because they spend more time with her. Which is weird because me and Maui used to sleep on the couch together all the time. So I'm kind of shocked that bond isn't there with her. But Nyla's still a puppy, so we'll see, whose dog she ends up being. And then we have Blue. And Blue is definitely my dog. She is Velcroed to me when I'm at the shop and I have her out, and I can actually, I have some downtime, in between grooms or before grooming or after grooming. She's my Velcro dog. She'd be a good one, but she sheds a lot, and it's gonna be tough to let her sleep with me and be my Velcro dog. And she's bigger, so it's going to be tough to have her, in the recliner with me. But we're going to figure it out, I am actively looking for another small dog nobody will ever replace Chico because he had a personality of his own, but to fill that void that I am feeling. So I hate to start the video out with something sad, but it is what it is. That's just what I've had happen. Now on to something exciting, and I've known about this for about a month, and I haven't, probably longer than that, but I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to make a video of it. So August 21st and 22nd, Lebanon, Tennessee State Fair. We're doing it again. Monster Truck Wars, Quad Wars. Let's go. I am super pumped about this. Like I always am, right? I love racing the four-wheelers. And getting the opportunity to do this, and it's sad that it's a dying breed. For a long time, all the monster truck promoters or monster truck companies, they all did quad wars racing or quad racing of some kind. They all call it something different, but they all did it. All the monster truck companies did it, and over time it's been becoming a dying breed There's just not a lot of quad riders around anymore. So a lot of the other monster truck companies have gone to freestyle motocross, mini monster trucks, just different side acts. And, when I first got back into racing and started doing this, there was probably 5 or 6 monster truck companies that were doing quad racing, and now there's maybe only 2 or 3. Monster Truck Wars, I truly believe, and it may depend on how long Chris and Heather stay the team captains and stay running Quad Wars and don't pass it on to somebody else, because it's always hard to replace that. They may pass it on to somebody that just absolutely drives it into the ground, and it's not that hard to manage. I would love to do it, but with my work schedule and my lifestyle, I just can't, because you're on the road probably 40 weeks a year out of 52. And I just can't do that. My job, my household lifestyle, it just wouldn't allow for it. I would love to do it, though. Anyways, I truly believe Monster Truck Wars will always do Quad Wars, unless that happens. Unless Heather and Chris hang it up and decide to move on to something else in their life as they're getting older. If they decide to hang it up and pass it on to the wrong person, or maybe they pass it on to the right person and they're just not able to keep it going the way it's been going, you never know what the future's going to hold, right? So my hope is Quad Wars sticks around for a long time, because in all honesty, as long as my body allows me to do it, and as long as I can financially do it, I'm not going to quit racing until I can. Until my body just does not allow it to do it anymore. I always joke, because a lot of times, I'm not the oldest, but I think I'm the second oldest at most of these shows, depending on who's there. I think Rodney's got me by a year or 2. I think Chris has got me by a year. But then we raced with one guy when we did Lebanon, Tennessee in the spring. He's 60-something years old, and he's on a 3-wheeler. And I thought that was just the most absolute coolest thing. And I hope that to be me. I really, truly do. I hope I can be that 60-something-year-old still getting out there and racing, as long as my body allows it. And that's why I hope Monster Truck Wars keeps Quad Wars going. And I hope it goes, when Chris and Heather finally do decide to hang it up, I hope it goes to somebody that is going to run it properly. And, I've told Chris that while I can't do it full time, I am more than happy to help where I can, when I can, whether that just be organizing from a distance, getting riders, making posts, looking for riders in certain, whatever the case, and whatever I can do to keep the sport alive. And I love it. And there's a lot of reasons I do love it. The thrill, the dopamine hit, the adrenaline, seeing the kids come up and just, all of us collectively, not just me. It's not a selfish thing, right? And when you're in this sport, it can't be a selfish thing, because you're there for them. You're there to put on a show. You're there to keep the crowd interested. And some people come and race that are hardcore racers, and they think they're in a point series and they have to win, and they get very cutthroat about it. And that is not this, right? This is a show. It's entertainment. And while it's super fun, some people do take it a little too serious, and you can't be selfish about it. You're there for the fans, because without the fans, it's not going to happen. It'd just be us out there riding around in circles, really, more than anything. And while that's still fun, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but anyways, I hope Quad Wars sticks around for a long time, and I hope I'm able to keep continuing to race for Quad Wars, Monster Truck Wars. great group of guys, great group of people, guys and gals, great group of people in general, and I'm truly blessed to be able to be a part of it. And an advanced age. You know, most guys get into racing and make it big, and I'm not saying I've made it big or anything, just in general, most guys or girls get into racing in their teens and 20s and get, you know, national sponsors, and they go on to do big things. And I did a lot of woods riding, a lot of trail riding. You know, we raced when I was younger, but it never went anywhere for me. I never had the opportunities, I guess, to make it go somewhere for me. And now that in my advanced age, you know, I'm doing it for fun. And, you know, is there opportunity to make some really good money? Yes, there is. Could you live off of it? If you did it every weekend, absolutely you could. If you're running it. If you're making the money that the people who put it on, yes, you absolutely could. But I mean, there too, that's a lot of fuel. It's hotels, unless you have a camper. You know, my goal right now is to, and we'll get to this here in a second, is I want to finish my blaster project. I want to try to find a toy hauler. I would rather, and this is what I'm talking about with a camper, I would rather spend, and you know, I don't make a ton of money. I'm not rich by any means. I live a comfortable life, and sometimes it gets stressful, and then it's comfortable again. So I can't go out and, you know, get no $600-700 a month payment on a brand new toy hauler. So, you know, I've been looking at toy haulers on Marketplace, and there are some. There's one right now I'm looking at. I'd like to go look at it, but I just don't know if right now is the right time to pull the trigger on something like that. But they want like $2,500 for it. Needs a little bit of work. Story of my life. But $2,500 for a toy hauler is a really good deal, regardless of the work it needs. And it's all stuff I can do. You know, I've already rehabbed one RV from the early 90s, and it looks awesome. And then unfortunately we had more problems with it. Timing worked out though, so it wasn't no big deal, and now it just sits, and I will eventually fix it. But anyways, I want to find a toy hauler, because I would much rather spend, you know, and again, you know, I'm hoping that I can find one, but I would rather spend $2,500, $3,000 on a toy hauler that needs a little bit of work, and then keep spending money on hotel rooms. And just the idea of being able to not have to worry about that, not have to worry about a hotel room, where I'm going to stay, organizing it, setting it up, whatever, is huge. So I got to run into the bank real quick. So more on that front. The quad, the blaster. So that's going to be one of the videos I post here soon. I've got a video kind of put together. I need to finish it up. Like I said, I've been so busy. I haven't had an opportunity to really do much of anything outside of the norm, the daily grind, whatever you want to call it. And it is frustrating, because you get into the habit and you get into that routine of filming and editing a video and filming and editing a video. Wow, K's closed down. I didn't know that. I'll be damned. It just becomes a lot, and I do it all myself. You know, obviously I don't have somebody that follows me around with a camera. I don't pay somebody to edit my videos. I do it all myself. I do everything myself. And just with what we've had going on in life, work, the shop, it has not been feasible, unfortunately. And I wish to hell it was feasible, because I hate that I think it's been a month since I posted a video now, and I hate that, you know. Go from daily vlogging, or almost every day, to not, and I don't know. But a lot going on, a lot of good, a little bit of bad. Like I said, I lost Chico, it broke my heart. But we've got
Monster Truck Wars coming up. Things at the shop have been going meh. You know, the bank guy, my guy I deal with at the bank, he asked me how things were, and I told him it's feast or famine. And I've talked about that before on here. In this town, things really are feast or famine. Like, it can be, you can have a booming week and do really good, and then in the next week, you just nothing. Or you can have a really booming couple days and then nothing. We're supposed to get some really bad storms today, and I thought everybody would cancel, and knock on wood, nobody has yet, so I'm hoping it stays that way, but we'll see. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, pulling into the shop, we're going to do a video today. We're going to get it posted. I'm going to get the blaster video finalized and get it posted, and we're going to try to get back on track as best as I can. I do have some videos, like I said, in the queue, so anyways, yeah, let's get it. Welcome to today, guys. So kind of a good thing, our leashes are selling out. Not selling out, but they're selling. So I got another box ordered, and I'm just going to stick them out. Just easy stuff. I'm waiting on my dogs to dry so I can start grooming them. But little different colors, it looks like maybe. I thought I ordered the same ones. I don't know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Tons of cute clothes. I got some more in the back I'm going to bring out. I got some dresses I ordered. They just showed up super late. I was hoping they'd be here more like middle of summer, but it is what it is at this point. But 4th of July stuff didn't sell, and I'm really kind of, I don't know, indifferent. I'm bummed about that. I thought they would, but anyways, we're going to get these leashes out. Some of the new dresses we got in, different styles, just little cute dresses. They're more, like I said, when I ordered them to when they came in, there's a big gap in time. They're more like spring style dresses, I think, but oh well, it is what it is. We'll get them put out, and they might sell, they might not. We might have them next spring. Hi friends, good morning and welcome to today. It's happy Sunday. It's Sunday. I suggested to the wife the other day that we break the cycle and we do something a little different. We are constantly working, constantly go between my full-time job, owning and running the shop, working at the shop, our life in general. It's just constant go, and it's the same thing over and over. Groundhog's Day, over and over again. And it's monotonous. It gets old, and I'm tired of it, to be blunt. We got big mounds of dirt. I wonder if they're going to build a little dirt bike track. They ride their dirt bikes and 4-wheelers out there all the time. They got a couple big loads of dirt out there. I wonder if they're going to build some jumps. Those would be some people I need to be friends with. Anyways, got a race coming up. Talked about that in yesterday's snippet. This is going to be a 2-day video. We recorded some yesterday, and we're going to put it all together. Obviously, you guys would have seen that by now. But got a race coming up, August 21st, 22nd, Lebanon, Tennessee. Pretty excited about that. So anyways, back to today. We are going to go to Somerset, Kentucky. It's about an hour or so away from where we live. There's a giant, I don't know what you would want to call it, antique mall, flea market, peddler's mall, flea market, sure, yeah. It's huge. We went 2 years ago, two-ish years ago, when we first moved down here, when Dad was still with us. Mom and Dad wanted to take us around and show us some stuff. So they're like, hey, let's go to Somerset and go to this flea market. All right, cool. Let's go. I'm always down for a good flea market. Problem is, back in the day when I was growing up, we used to go to the flea markets in my hometown, and you could actually get a good deal. Problem is nowadays that everything's so inflated, even at flea markets. You could get knockoff Oakleys for $5 a pair. You could get the knockoff hats and t-shirts and stuff, super cheap.
good used items. I don't know. I just, for whatever reason in my head, I remember, push mowers being $10 and they ran fine. Granted, back then they were probably $50 brand new, so $10 is, still a deal. But, and now you go to these things and, I get it. A lot of these are probably retired folks that are trying to earn some money, but, can't because of, Social Security or whatever. So they're really trying to make a buck, but and I get it. I'm not bashing anybody's hustle, but the flea markets are supposed to be somewhere where you can go and find a good deal on stuff. And I don't know, especially with pew pew stuff. I'm always looking for a good deal, and I always compare prices on everything I buy because I am not going to spend $50 on something if I can get it for $30 on the internet. And last time we went to this place, there was a couple booths that had some Pew Pew stuff, and they had some Freedom seat holders, and brand new they're like $25, and this guy was wanting like $23, and I'm like, yes, it's still $2 cheaper, but why would I buy that used when I can get it brand new for $25? It just doesn't make sense. And that's just one example. There's plenty more. Cowboy boots, cowboy hats, they're all inflated, and I guess it's an outlet for people to be able to have a resale shop without having the huge overhead of a brick and mortar building. They just set up a booth, whatever it is nowadays. I remember back in the day it was like $25 for the weekend, set up your tables and sell whatever you're going to sell. But so anyways, always down for a good deal, always down to go look at some flea markets and walk around some antique malls, peddlers malls, whatever you want to call it. So that's one of the things on the list for today. I know I haven't made a video in quite a while, and it's just, life has been busy. But I'm going to try to get the Predator home today or tomorrow, start making sure that's ready for the race in 2 weeks. Made some room in the garage last night. Had some parts that showed up, and I was just going to take the parts out to the garage, get them out of the living room, and that turned into about an hour and a half. I'm riding the yellow line, Kelly. The weeds are overgrown. There's nothing I can do about it. The weeds are overgrown. We're fine. I am riding the yellow line, and you know how much I hate riding the yellow line. That's dangerous as fuck. Anyways, ended up spending, I don't know, I think I came inside around 12:30 last night. I reorganized the garage, tried to make some room, figured out what size tires the golf cart needs. I want to start sprucing the golf cart up. I want to get new tires for it, clean the carb, give it a tune up basically. I looked up a new dash for it so we can put a stereo on it, and new cup holders. It comes in, it's a whole dash kit thing. Surprisingly enough, some stuff for the golf cart is affordable and some stuff is ridiculous. So from 82 to 2000 and a half, everything was the exact same. And just for shiggles and giggles, of course, I looked up lift kits for golf carts, and it's funny, it's ironic, or whatever you want to call it. So the lift kit for that golf cart from 82 to 2000 and a half, lift kits are about $230. But from 2000 and a half to whatever the next year is, I don't remember, because it doesn't apply to mine. They're like half that, and that's so aggravating because of course that would happen. We inherited the golf cart from Dad, and the golf cart he had before that was electric, and I'm kind of glad. It was a lot nicer, but I'm glad he sold it because electric golf carts suck. But of course, that golf cart, the red one, was the same way. We bought a chip for it, or somebody bought a chip for it for Dad, or Dad did, or Jeremy, somebody did. A chip takes the restrictor off, so you can get like 5 or 8 miles an hour more out of it, and it's supposed to give you instant power instead of gradual power. Anyways, it was right outside the gear that Dad's golf cart was, the red electric one. So of course, you know, it's one of those things. It's just stupid how that works out, you know. But anyways, I'm looking forward to, you know, I've talked about this before a little bit. She has memories of her dad on the buggy, and it was his hot rod. And you know, I've talked about before wanting to do like some kind of memorial for Dad. Dad was a huge Bears fan. You know, and just make it look really nice for Kelly. You know, it sucks how I shouldn't say it sucks, but it's, you know, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but how things work in life. You know, we didn't have a golf cart when we had our own track to ride around on, and we had somewhere to ride one, you know, like at the toys and stuff. And then we moved here, and you know, Dad was getting older and he had trouble getting around and stuff, and he was really anal about his lawn, and he'd hook the big sprayer up to the back of that instead of the tractor, and he'd go around spraying weeds and stuff with it. And that was really about all he used it for. He'd go back and forth to the neighbors and stuff, and that was really about it. And now that we're here and Kelly has one, we really don't have anywhere to ride it. We have taken it down to the lake once or twice, but our section of the lake that we have access to down, you know, right by the house there is very small, so it's not like you can really ride along the lake shore or anything like that. It used to be a road that now it goes through the lake, but it's old, it's busted up, it hasn't been a serviceable road in, God, I don't know, probably 60 years or something like that, 50 years, I don't know. But and it's still fun, and it's something that you know, Dad didn't have a whole lot, so it's what Kelly got, and I really want to make it nice for her, but I don't want to take away any memories either of Dad. So, you know, I'm kind of torn on what to do with it. But anyways, we're pulling up to Mom's. We're going to pick Mom up, and we're going to head to Somerset. Hi, friends. So I was planning on kind of filming today a little bit, going antiquing, but I just decided against it. And it was kind of nice spending the day with the family, no phone in hand, no distractions, just kind of living in the moment. And it was exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to break the cycle. I wanted to do something different, do something we don't normally do, and it was nice. But anyways, wrapping up the video, figured I'd give you guys a little sneak peek where we're at. So new shocks, all new brake components, new rotors, new calipers, stainless steel +3 brake lines, +3 control arms, freshly powder coated frame, the carbon fiber plastics, new grips, new bars, everything. New thumb throttle, billet aluminum gas cap, new bars, new levers, everything brand and new. Tusk adjustable rear axle, new carrier, new bearings and everything. Everything's brand new. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I did want to bring this to my next race, but unfortunately, it's just not going to be done by then. So, this is where it started, and this is where it's going to be finished. For now. But wait, there's more. We're going to build another one. When this one's done, I'm going to start building another one. I know. Why, right? I've already got one badass 4-stroke 4-wheeler. I'm about to have another badass 2-stroke 4-wheeler. I'm going to have enough parts from the 3. So I bought this one running and riding.
I'm going to use the motor out of this. I'm going to freshen it up with my kit. I'm going to build the motor. I've already got the head. Got gasket kit, big bore kit, new carburetor, everything for it. Everything's ready to go. I just need to get it pulled out of here, build it, stick it in the orange one. So then I'm going to have a rolling chassis. I've got a frame. I've got another rear end. I've got another swing arm. I've got basically essentially 3 complete quads. I've got 4 motors right now, extra motors. When I bought this bike, it came with 3 motors. And I've got 4 extra motors. So the parts quad had a motor in it. Bad top end, good bottom end. This motor is going in here. This one came with 3 extra motors. 3 motors. Guy says all just needs top ends. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. So I figure, why not? I think what I'm going to do, though, is I think it's just going to be stock. I think I'm just going to build a stock blaster, put a new top end on it, get it running. And for now, I think it's just going to be a stock blaster. I don't think I'm going to do anything extra with it. Stock suspension, stock height, just leave it bone stock. I might throw graphics on it, and just have a little beater. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of in the air. I don't know what I want to do yet. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with things. Just figured I'd give you guys a little update. She is looking cool. I'm super excited. I love it. It is coming together so freaking awesome. Got Alba Nerf bars to go on. I got all the stuff for the rear brakes, new sprockets for everything. Like I said, everything on this quad is going to be brand new. And I am super excited for it. Like, I can't even describe. I got new seat covers. I don't know what color I'm going to do yet. I got like 3 different colors. I think once it starts coming together, I'll play with the seat covers and just kind of put them on the seat and put it on the bike, see what I like. I got an orange one. I got a black one. I got an orange and black one. And then I've got a purple, black, and white camouflage, which kind of is out of left field. But my original plan on this build was different colors, purple being one of them for the powder. And then this bike fell in my lap. Already powder-coated frame, tons of good parts. It came with the Alba +3 extended control arms up front. Disc brake conversion. Well, it didn't. It had 2 calipers, but they needed to be rebuilt. I just bought new calipers, stainless steel brake lines, +3 brake lines. I bought a new master cylinder and lever because it didn't have one. But it had a lot of good pieces, a lot of good bones, and then of course the powder coated frame and swing arm was already there. The Tusk rear axle, the carbon fiber plastic. So I bought somebody else's project. Unfinished project for way less than would have cost me just to buy those plastics. So I mean, you're almost $1,000 just for those plastics. The tank cover, the front and rear race plastics. The Tusk rear end is like $350. The powder coat, I mean, you're probably $1,200 or $1,500 in powder coated parts. The Alba Nerf bars, the Alba +3 front control arms. You know what I mean? So like, there's probably $2,500 worth of parts that I got for less than what it would cost me for just the plastics alone. So to me, it just made sense. So I ran with it. Honda 400EX rear shock conversion, which I think is awesome. much better suspension in the rear over the stock Blaster. But anyways, just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on the quad. I've got a video I'm putting together. It's going to be a long video, and it's going to be all Blaster content. I thought I'd have it done before this video was posted, but it's just not going to happen because I've got a lot to do still, and I've got a lot to edit and put together. But anyways, we're getting there. We're getting close. Plans for today fell through. I was planning on coming home after our little day trip to Somerset, antiquing. I was planning on coming home, hooking up the trailer, running to storage unit, and getting bringing the Predator home. But there's just too much other stuff going on. I'm not going to be able to do that. So scratch that idea for today. I may do it tomorrow after work. I don't know yet. We'll see how tired I am. I got a full day at the shop tomorrow. So Tuesday's looking a little light. So maybe I'll just do it Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow night I will. Because I'm going to take some of this stuff. There's tubs and stuff that doesn't need to be here. And I'm kind of limited on space right now. I keep saying I'm going to fill the tires on the golf cart up and park it outside, but I just haven't done it, and that's probably going to upset the wife because it was Dad's, but I just need some more space in here. So what I thought was I could switch some stuff out. I can take these tubs that don't need to be here to storage, drop them at the storage unit, that extra frame, and just some other stuff. I got a ton of garbage that needs to be taken out to the dumpster. And then bring the Predator home and then start working on it. Just make sure, I say work on it, but just to make sure that it's up to snuff for a race. 2 days, 2 races, 3 races. First, Friday night's 1 race, 1 show, 1 show. And then Sunday is 2 shows. So, clean the carb, get it running, I already got a couple extra I got 1 extra battery on the shelf, got another extra battery coming. Predators love to eat up batteries for whatever reason, and I can't find anything wrong with it. It just eats up batteries, so everything tests good. I don't know, but if you get on the Googles and look it up, it's a common problem for them things, I guess. But anyways, yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap this video up for today. It's crazy living in Kentucky, where we're living a free state now. I come from Illinois, and in Illinois, so I bought these, and I've usually had a set of these my whole life as ornamental objects. I've never used them for what their purpose is. My last rat rod I built, if you know me, I had these. I put these in. I use these in my rat rod as grab handles. You guys know what these are. They're paperweights. So anyways, in Illinois, you used to be able to just walk into any flea market and buy these. Just like, like you could a ball cap. Not anymore. They're illegal in Illinois. Down here in Kentucky, nobody cares. They sell guns at the flea market. And I love that. That's so awesome. Ammunition, guns. Doesn't matter. Anyways, those are paperweights. They're ornamental. They're not going to be used for what they're supposed to be used for. But I use them for the grab handles in my 39 Ford Rat Rod. And that was the last set I had. So I was at the flea market today, and I found those paperweights for $5 a pair. So I grabbed 2 pairs of them. If I ever build a rat rod again, I'm going to do that again. And I know now which flea market to go to get license plates if I'm going to do license plate themed on a rat rod. But anyways, I thought that was kind of cool. I found them for $5 a piece. But anyways, appreciate you guys as always. We're going to have some content coming up. Like I said, it's just it's been super busy. So we're going to have the Blaster content coming, though. I'm putting a video together. I wanted a daily vlog working on this, but it's been too much. I have too much going on. So slowly filming, putting the video together. It's going to be a good video when it all comes through. So appreciate you guys as always. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.